Hi, good morning everyone. I'm JP Thong and I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Malaysia. Welcome to day 40 of Mindful Morning Meditation. How is everyone doing this morning? Again, we will wait a few more seconds for everyone to tune in. So as you can see today, we have a singing bowl. So as I have said yesterday, we shall be meditating using the Tibetan singing bowl. Hi, good morning, Peg. Good morning, King Hoy. And we'll do a bit of stretching. As we're waiting for everyone to tune in, you can roll your shoulders backwards. Slowly. And forward. Hi, Corinne. Hi, morning, Emily. Hi, Ben. Hi, Christina. Morning. Hi, Yiman. Zinkoi. Good morning, Glenn. Okay, do a bit of stretching as we're waiting. Hi, morning, Nancy. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. Hope you had a good rest. Hi, CKCR. Morning. Okay, get yourself comfortable, have a sip of your drink, sit at the edge of your cushion or your seat, and we will do the 9-round breathing meditation first before I go through with you how to meditate using a Tibetan singing bowl. Okay? Let's see who else is here. Great. Okay, I think that's about it. Now let's start with the 9-round breathing meditation. Right? Here we go. Left palm out, thumb down, wrap your thumb, put your left fist under your right armpit, right hand on your left nostril, and breathe in slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out all the way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, change hands. Right hand up, thumb down, wrap your thumb, and put your right fist under your left armpit. Left hand on your right nostril and breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe out all the way. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Both hands on your thighs, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Great, and we're done. Let me see who else has joined us. Hi, Wei Ting, good morning. Okay, so today we will only be doing 15 minutes of meditation, 1-5. And as you can see, I have a Tibetan singing bowl. A Tibetan singing bowl is special in a way that it is made up, or a good Tibetan singing bowl is made up of 7 different types of metal. Okay, so there is a combination. I'm not sure what it is, but it would determine the sound quality. Okay, as I hit it, you can hear the sound quality. Okay, and usually what people do is they will do like this. But because the sound is very mellow, so you may not be able to hear it. Can you hear it? Yeah. I'm not sure if you can hear it loud enough. This is a very low humming sound. Let me know if you can hear this. Okay, because if you can hear this low humming sound, then I will play it for you so that you can actually meditate on it. Okay, so do let me know, otherwise I will do this. Okay, so please write in the comments whether or not you can hear as I am doing this, whether you can hear that low sound. Okay, the very low sound. Yeah. Okay, so if you can hear it, that's great. So what happens is we will learn to focus on the sound using the Tibetan singing bowl. And when people do sound bathing meditation, what they do is you listen to the vibration. You allow. Oh, now you can't hear it. Okay. Okay. Ben says my body starts to shiver after listening this bowl humming. Yes, can hear, but very soft. Both audible. Okay, great. So I will bring this closer to the mic because I have a body mic here. So I'll bring it closer and you'll be able to hear it. So what it does is when we do sound bathing meditation, you focus on the sound and you allow the vibration of the sound to pass through your body. And what it does is it will actually release, it will help expedite you releasing certain negative emotions that you've been harboring on lately. So it has a very calming effect. That is why a lot of people go through sound bathing therapy, where they lie flat on the floor and they just listen to different Tibetan singing bowls being hit, or they do this, where you hear this low humming sound, and they do different types of sizes of bowls, which will give you different sounds, and they even have crystal bowls, and they even have those gongs where they hit it. So the vibration of these instruments will actually help you relax your body and your mind. Okay, and that is what it does. Okay, so this is just a different method for you to focus on the vibration. But because it creates a sound, and when you listen to it, because of the vibration, it will also stimulate your body to relax. Okay, it's just another method. It's just another method, yeah? So it's nothing supernatural or whatever. It's just using sound to calm the mind. You know, like how we listen to very soothing music? It is a similar concept, okay? Similar concept. But for this, when you do sound bathing, physically in the studio, what they do is they will actually bring this and they will hit it next to your ears. Yeah, of course the effect will be better because it's right next to you. And they'll also put it next to, to your various chakras, like your heart chakra at your heart area. They'll put it, like they'll be walking around and then they'll hold it, they'll hit it, then they'll put it over your head. Okay, it is to cleanse your various chakras. We have 7 chakras here. Okay, 7 chakras. We have your head chakra, third eye, your throat, your heart, navel, and your secret organ. Okay, that's 7 in total. So you're supposed to use this to cleanse it. Okay, so using the vibration to cleanse whatever negative energies that are in these chakras. Yeah, so many people actually do that, right? But you can only do that when you're physically here. Okay, so what we'll do is we will focus on just the sound, and then I will walk you through. My eyes will be open. You can close your eyes now if you like, okay? But I would not suggest that you lay down. Yeah, you can if we do a meditation for insomniacs. If you're suffering from insomnia, maybe next time what we can do is I'll help you fall asleep by having you lay down, and then I'll play this, and then slowly you can actually relax and you can fall asleep. Okay, but there'll be a different session. All right, so I will be hitting this, and I'll be doing different sounds with this for 15 minutes. Okay, so it's something different. Okay, something different, because now that we are at the 40th day, and as all of you have noticed, I'm not sure whether or not you have continued meditating on the breath, but after a while you'll be used to a certain routine. Now perhaps it's time to break that routine a little bit by introducing different types of meditation that you can actually focus on, so that your mind is not fixated to a single type of meditation. Okay, it is also part of a training to train the mind to be flexible, to be malleable. Whereby the mind can adapt easily to changes. Remember, there was a session that I spoke about change and how our mind is usually adverse to change, and some of us take a while to adapt. So this is part of the training. It's to train the mind to adapt to change. After a while, if we keep changing the different methods, you will also realize that you're more flexible now. So you don't have to sit in a certain position. You don't have to focus on your breath only. You can focus on a candle, on a cup, on a leaf, on a flower, on the sound of a singing bowl, or you can play, on your Spotify or your YouTube certain meditation music, and just focus on that. And all of these are great. All of these are great. Yeah, because why? Because we have trained our mind to just focus on anything it is that we put our mind towards. Yeah, and that's how we handle our different aspects of our lives. Because sometimes we have to focus on our work. Sometimes we got to focus on our family, children, your friends, whatever it is that we need to focus on, and that's how we do it. Yeah, so that's to give you an idea of why we are now progressing to using a Tibetan bowl. And at the same time, because we've ordered these Tibetan bowls from Nepal, and they are all specially handmade for us in Kechara. So that's why I thought, I'd love to share this, because I did have people asking me whether or not we do have singing bowls. So yes, so they finally arrived. So that's why I can't wait to use this as part of our meditation session. Okay, so let me see if there are any questions so far. Do we have any questions so far on what I've spoken about? Can it cure more than 30 years of insomnia? Meditation can help your insomnia. Okay, Zinkoi, meditation can help your insomnia. It's about controlling the mind. And a lot of times, first of all, you have to go and see a doctor first. Okay, go and see a doctor. Like for myself, I went to see a nutritionist in Hong Kong just in December. Yeah, in December I was in Hong Kong and went to see a nutritionist because the clinic was owned by my friend. And I was just telling the nutritionist that I have not been having, very good sleep. So she asked me about my diet, and because I'm a full-time vegetarian, so she said that for vegetarians, there are a lot of times where we may not take enough magnesium. So, and of course B complex. So when she gave me the magnesium, I took that. And I slept very well, very, very well. So again, it's best to first consult your doctor to make sure that there's nothing imbalanced in your nutrition and in your health. And then if everything is fine, then what you can do is, then you can focus on your meditation. Because what you can do is you meditate before you sleep for 10-15 minutes. Just sit there and do your single-pointed meditation. Okay, that helps. That's what I used to do before I joined Kechara, because I was suffering from insomnia as well. It would take me an hour or two before I could fall asleep. So, but when I did my meditation back then, I noticed that even though I sleep for 6-7 hours, it was quality sleep. So that's good. Okay, but you see, but back then I was not vegetarian. I'm talking about 12 years ago. Yeah, before that I was not vegetarian, so I was, so I ate all food groups, so that was fine. So yeah, so definitely Zinkoi, go and see a doctor, and they will take your blood to see whether or not there's anything that you need to balance in your diet. Okay, I hope that helps, Zinkoi. All right. Well, if the specialist is scared of you, I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm not sure why, but definitely you should go see a doctor to cure your insomnia. Then, if you're all healthy and there's nothing wrong with you, then do meditation. It's about controlling the mind. Okay, and that will help. All right, so let's get started. We will do this for 15 minutes. Then I will answer questions that Yiman asked me yesterday. All right, so again, sit at the edge of your cushion or your chair. And again, just like how we do the single-pointed meditation, you can find your center. Okay, rock forwards and backwards. Once you found your center, you can stop. All right, and then chin down. Okay, always have the posture straight up like this. Visualize a thread pulling upwards. Okay, in this way you'll be able to breathe better and your circulation will be a lot better. All right, and then again with your hand, either your right hand over your left hand, or you can do this, palms down on your thighs or palms up. Doesn't matter as long as you feel comfortable. Okay, and we shall breathe in And breathe out. As you breathe in the white light. And fill your entire body with this white healing light. And as you breathe out all your anxiety, your stress, your boredom, your anger, your irritation, your worries. Visualize them as dark smoke as you breathe out. And every time you breathe in, fill your entire body with the white healing light that is filled with oxygen, love, kindness, and compassion. Take your time and breathe out all the negativities. Fill every single cell of your body with this white healing light. Fill your body with love and compassion. Your entire body feels light, as though you're floating. And you feel very relaxed and very calm. You can have your eyes half closed, or you can close your eyes all the way. I shall hit the singing bowl now. And watch the sound. Watch the sound of the singing bowl. Watch the sound of the singing bowl. Watch the sound of the singing bowl. Allow the sound to travel throughout your body. Vibrating every single cell of your body. Watch the sound and let the sound vibrate through every single cell of your body. Watch the sound. Focus on the sound. Watch the sound. Watch the different vibrations of the sound and the different tones in the sound. Watch the sound and let the vibration enter your body. Let it vibrate every single cell of your body. And remember to breathe in and out slowly. Focus on the sound. Focus on the sound. Watch your thoughts. Watch your emotions. Bring your focus back to the sound. Watch your emotions. Now bring your focus back on the sound. Watch your thoughts. Bring your focus back to the sound. Focus on the sound. Watch your emotions and bring your focus back to the sound. Allow the sound to travel throughout your body and let it vibrate every single cell of your body, releasing And 3, 2, 1. And we're done. So how does everyone feel about this singing bowl meditation? Do share with me your thoughts and how, whether you like it, whether you find it very soothing, very calming. Do share with me your experience by writing in the comment section. So as you're writing, again, I will share with you all my gratitude journal. Okay? So I said that I'm grateful to have a singing bowl to use during our meditation session. That was yesterday. And I also wrote that I'm grateful to have had shared my paranormal experiences on Thursday so that more people can understand how to handle such experiences better. And 3, I'm grateful for the YouTube videos of my late teacher giving Buddhist discourses. Okay, so that was my entry for yesterday. How about you? You can also share with me what you are grateful about as well. Okay, so in the meantime, are you guys writing your comments? Because I don't see any right now. Oh, there, I got it. Yima, the sound is very impactful to me. It very quickly evokes unknown emotions in me and move me to tears and brings tingling sensation. At certain point, I'm struggling a bit to juggle between focusing on the sound and the breath. Should I just stick to breathing meditation? Okay, when you're doing sound meditation, you focus on the sound. You do not focus on your breathing. Okay? The breathing, of course, you will breathe as normal. But now, instead of focusing on the breath around your nostril area, you focus on the sound. That's why it will take a few sessions for you to readapt. You will definitely go through a withdrawal syndrome. Okay? You will go through a withdrawal syndrome whereby you're so used to, for the past 39 days or 39 sessions, of focusing on your nostril area. Now, all of a sudden, I say focus on the sound. Notice what arises in your mind. Notice your reaction to that. Okay? No right, no wrong, but notice it. Because why? Like I said earlier, now that we have learned to control the mind on focusing on the breath, using the breath as a focal point. And now that you're used to that, we now train the mind to focus on other things. Because why? Now that you have a better control of your mind, you can use that same control and focus on other aspects of your life. Yeah, so don't think that you just focus on your mind and all is well. No, it doesn't work that way. Now it is training the mind, like I said earlier, to be okay with focusing on other things. Be okay. Have the mind be very malleable, be very flexible. You can focus on an apple, you can focus on an orange, you can focus on your spouse talking away. And whatever your spouse wants to tell you, you can focus on that. You can focus on your pet. Whatever it is that you like to focus on, you can do that. Okay? And that's the key to meditation. Okay? It is not to be fixated. All right? So, yes. So for Yiman, do focus on the sound. Okay? Not on your breathing for this exercise. All right? Lai Hing Frank says, too much distraction. Okay. Well, focus on the sound. Focus on the sound. Okay? Just like remember when I was meditating outside in the backyard, you were listening to the birds chirping away all throughout the entire meditation. So, and that's what I said, watch the sound, focus on the sound. I do not label the sound. Any sound that you hear, I call it a sound, be it a bird chirping, be it somebody talking, just call it a sound, and that's it. So in this case, it's the sound of the Tibetan singing bowl. Okay? Manting says, feel calm, soothing, I like it. Christina, very relaxing and calming, the sound of the singing bowl feels peaceful. Lahing says it's easy to focus on the sound. On the sound, what is ABD? It's vibration for me. On the sound, ABD is vibration for me. What is ABD, Lahing? How do we do it on our own? It'd be a bit difficult to do it on your own because you have to multitask. You have to hit it, and then focus on that. Yeah. What you can do is you can go on YouTube, and you can go on YouTube, and you can play it. Okay. Otherwise, what you can do is you can buy yourself a Tibetan singing bowl, and you record it. You record yourself hitting it. And you meditate on it. Okay? Less thoughts with the sound. Okay, that's interesting. Zinkoi loved it. Can feel the vibrations and mind calms down a lot. I do have one at home. Can I do it daily? You can, but see, like I said, because you have to focus on hitting it at the same time. So I'm not sure how well you'll be able to meditate without distracting yourself with hitting it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, but I don't think it will be as effective because you're just too distracted, that's all. Okay? Cochlear, very good to hear the sound. It's very healing and impacts me to hasten the lights to penetrate the body more effectively. I can focus better than the sound in combination with visualizing the lights. Okay. Karina, it was difficult in the beginning as I was focusing on the breath and the sound. Gradually, I managed to focus just on the sound. It was just great and relaxing. Yes. So focus on the sound now. When we do the Tibetan singing bowl meditation, it's always about the sound. Yeah? That's why when I start you off with the breathing, it's to help you relax your body and your mind. And after that, focus on the sound, focus on the sound, focus on the sound. Okay? Do that, and it'll be an absolute joy, and it's very, very relaxing. Soothing listening to the sound. When I have some thoughts, the gong sound brings it back to the sound. Great. Felt very calming, soothing, and peaceful. Can feel the vibration going through my body like I'm one with space. Yes, Glenn, it does have that effect. That's why when I was hitting it, I said, let the vibration travel through your body. Travel through your body and let it vibrate. Let it vibrate in every single cell of your body. Because when it vibrates, when you allow it to vibrate throughout your body, it will release any other anxiety or stress or whatever negative emotions that you're going through. It will help to release that even more. Yeah, it has that effect with the singing bowls. Jacinta, I experienced some kind of explosions during the first few ones, but a calm and peaceful one. It's like bing bang, and that sound reverberates so far that it seemed to reach end of the universe. Oh, that's interesting, Jacinta. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Dr. Han released up more tension as if compared to breath-focused meditation. The humming sound triggered a lot of internal emotion. Mind change even faster. Yes, I have heard that when we do this sound bathing using Tibetan singing bowls, it will help expedite and release certain negative emotions that have been pent up. Yeah, so it's especially good when the next time I will go through a meditation where we focus on the various chakras of our body, allowing the sound to vibrate through certain chakras, and then you will tell me more of your experience. Okay? Again, I will do baby steps with you all. Baby steps. So today I'm just asking you to allow the sound to vibrate throughout your body. Then after that, next week we will talk about, we'll see what your progress is. We will focus on letting the vibration vibrate and cleanse different parts of your chakras. It's very, very powerful. Jacinta, but later on it's back to normal, and I do like this kind of meditation. Great. Munting asked, do I inhale every time you hit the bowl or just flow with it? No, I don't have a rhythm. when I'm hitting the bowl. As soon as the sound softens, and I'll hit it again. So there is no hard and fast rule. Just breathe normally as you do. Very naturally, breathe normally. And every time you hear a sound, focus on the sound. Okay? Focus on the sound, focus on the sound. As you focus on the sound, I don't know whether or not you realize this because I hit it right in front of me, that I noticed that there's so many different tones in the sound. So many different tones that is being played simultaneously. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but I did. Okay, I guess it's because there are 7 different metals here. So as you hit it, the different metals vibrate and give a different frequency. Yeah, so that's what I noticed. Okay. Lying says and, so it's a typo. Okay, Zin Koi, I'm grateful to have my second phone beside me today. The main phone became mute just after the meditation started. Okay, you're welcome, King Hoi. Yes, Zin Koi, you can ask your wife to help you hit the bowl. Yeah, it's just as good. Pastor Honey, both the sound and vibration together help to make it more calming and peaceful. Sukfan, hi Sukfan. Not sure if the impact of the vibration felt emotion, and as Iman, it brought me to tears as well. Overall, love it, feel calming and soothing. Yes, as we allow the vibration to enter the body, and as it releases any kind of baggage, any emotional baggage, any type of negative emotions that we have, it will release it. And as it releases it, there will be bouts of tears. Yeah? So just watch it. That's why at one point, remember I said, watch your emotions. Because I felt that some of you are feeling emotional. You will go through that feeling. Just watch it like how we did with our single-pointed meditation. Watch it, but focus on the sound. Let it pass. Because when we watch it, when we take a step back and watch it and focus on the sound this time, back then it was focused on the breath, okay? But now you focus on the sound. Let it come out, okay? We will not analyze it. We will not give it any more energy. Just let it come out. As it comes out, it will exhaust itself after a while. Okay, and that's where the healing process begins. So I'm very happy that Sukfan and Yiman, you're experiencing that. Okay, all of us will experience it differently. So don't question yourself. Oh no, I didn't cry. So am I doing it wrong? There's no right or wrong. Every one of us will have a different experience. Glenn, grateful for this singing bowl meditation today. Hi Lai, thank you for tuning in. Hi Colin. Colin says, when does one use the singing bowl, as it's quite a challenge to multitask while meditating? Well, don't use the singing bowl. If you have somebody there with you, you can ask the person to hit it for you. Okay, 15 minutes is good. Okay, 15 minutes is good. You can even do it for half an hour, but I don't know whether or not your spouse will be happy hitting the bowl for you for half an hour. Okay. Yeah, so it's a bit difficult to do it yourself, frankly speaking. Okay, that's why sound bathing meditation is very popular all over the world, where you go to this workshop and there'll be an instructor there. They'll walk around with different types of singing bowl, and they'll bring it to you, and they will put it over your different chakras, and it has wonderful effects. Wonderful effects. Yeah, you're most welcome, Elsie and Sofan. You're most welcome. Okay, so do continue sharing with me your gratitude and also your experience with the singing bowl. Okay, it will take some time for all of you to adjust. Just like remember when we first started with the 5-minute single-pointed meditation, how it took us a week every day. Remember, to do the 5 minutes, and it was such a struggle for a lot of us. So now it's time to readjust to the singing bowl. It has a lot of benefits, yeah. By allowing the vibration to travel through the body, it is very calming, like I said. And again, see, two of you have actually told me that you have tears streaming down. So again, like I said just now, it is because you have released some negative emotions in your system without even realizing it. And when the tears come down, that is a sign that it has been released. Okay? Again, try not to go back to ask yourself, oh, what was that about? Do not analyze it, because every time when you analyze it, you're actually feeding that negative energy, that negative emotion energy, and you're going to replay that emotion again. Okay? So remember, stay away from that. Focus on the intention. And what is the intention? To meditate, to calm the mind. To calm the mind and to focus. That's your intention for today's session. And whatever happens, let it be. Okay? That's part of the healing process. All right? So we shall answer Iman's questions from yesterday. Okay, Yiman had some very good questions. Yiman asked, what is the true nature of our existence? The true nature of our existence, I think I have explained that in a few of our sessions, but I will reply that again today. The true nature of our existence is to be selfless. Is to be selfless, because that is most natural. That is most natural to us. Once we have peeled off the layers, like an onion, you keep peeling off the layers of selfishness. Okay? Selfishness. Why do I say selfishness? Because we have been conditioning ourselves to always fend for ourselves, to always look out for ourselves, to do things for ourselves. Okay? So because we have conditioned ourselves throughout our lives to always do things for the self, that's why we call it selfishness, lack of a better word, self-serving, things that are self-serving. Okay? And when we do that, it is actually very unnatural. It is very unnatural for our mind. Our mind is naturally selfless. So what is our true nature? Selfless. And when we do that, you will notice that you will feel very fulfilled. You do not feel bored. You do not feel that you always have to do your hobbies. You do not have to look out for different distractions. You do not have to do things to please your five senses. Okay, once you have reached that level. Okay? It is in us. It's just that it takes time for us to recondition ourselves by peeling off what is not natural to us. When we peel that off, and we are no longer, quote unquote, addicted to these attachments that are self-serving, when we wean ourselves from these attachments, there's nothing left to be attached to, and that's where we will experience, or we will be in a state of a mind that is totally pure and selfless. That's the true nature of our existence. Okay? Right now, you may understand it intellectually, but as we go through the journey of unveiling or peeling every layer, you will feel lighter and lighter and lighter. That is why there's so many methods to do that. One is hitting this Tibetan singing bowl. Okay, there are some crystal bowls that you can hit. You can do meditation. These are methods to help us peel off all these layers because it's been decades. It's been decades. Excuse me. I got a phlegm coming out. I don't know why, but I'll drink some water. Excuse me. Yeah, so there are all these layers that will help. That is why when we do our meditation, we control the mind so that we have that tool. It's like you want to go for surgery. You're going to know how to hold that knife, that scalpel, very, very accurately, and you peel it off one at a time. Because if your hands are shaky and you're always distracted, okay, due to habituation, you're so distracted, there's no way you can actually do a nice clean cut. Okay? So if you want that surgeon to actually do a nice clean cut, you have to have a good control of that scalpel. You need to do that. So same thing with the mind. We want to dissect our mind. We want to have a good look or good assessment of what is going on with our mind and how it is so distracted all the time and how we are always distracted with our attachments. That's why we've got to have a good control of the mind. And that's what meditation does. And this singing bowl, what it does is it helps to expedite the unleashing of all these afflictive emotions, which I'll be talking about shortly. It is to help unleash it because vibrations will actually trigger the different chakras to actually release and hold and to release all these pent-up negative emotions. That's why I said when they arise, watch it. Just like how we do our single-pointed meditation. Watch your emotions and just let it arise because it will pass. And we do not entertain it and analyze it anymore. Whatever has happened, has happened. You will always remember it, but now you have learned to just watch it and not feed it. Because if you stop feeding it, then your attachment to your reaction will start to dissipate. It will start to lessen and lessen and lessen. The reason why we have all these emotional pent-up emotions there is because whatever happened in our past, we react to it. So that reaction, the emotion arising from the reaction is still there. Because the mind may have been revisiting that incident over and over again in the past. So there's that latent energy that's still there, okay? And we have kind of suppressed it and stored it there. So it's healthier to let that go. So all this vibration, calming the mind, will actually allow all that negativity to arise and go, arise and go, arise and go. That is why if you notice, when we do the breathing in and breathing out, I say visualize the white light. As we breathe in, visualize the white light entering and filling every part of ourselves with this white light, and it's vibrating in this love and compassion. When we visualize that, it's very powerful as well, because why? If there is light, if there's love and compassion, there's no room for negativity. So as we start to calm our mind by focusing on the breath, you will also notice that a lot of emotions may arise. A lot of memories, positive and negative, will slowly arise. And when we do that, again, we watch it. We do not analyze it. We do not replay it in our mind. Just watch it like it's in a movie and focus back on the breath. Remember that? See, that exercise is actually very powerful because that's part of the healing exercise. But this time, I'm getting you to do this singing bowl. Again, it has you focus on the sound and not the breath anymore. It has a similar effect. But with the sound, because of the vibration, metaphysically, it will trigger something in your body. Physically, it will trigger something in your body, and it will unleash whatever negativity that is in there. Okay? So I hope that explains the true nature of our existence and how this meditation process actually helps us to reconnect back to the true nature of our existence. Okay, Yiman, I hope that helps. Oh, there are more questions. Hold on. Oh, you're most welcome, Emily. Okay, let me see. Munting asks, when we watch the sound, do we visualize sound pouring down from the head? Not yet. I will walk you through the visualization next time. Yeah? Munting? For now, you just listen to the sound and let the sound travel through your body. Just focus on the sound. Whatever you hear, just focus on the sound. That's it. Okay, we will not do the visualizations until you're comfortable with the sound. Then I'll walk you through how to visualize the sound traveling through the different chakras of your body. Okay, Manting? Lai Hing says, can we use a recording of singing bowl? Yes, you can do that. Definitely you can. Okay, Yiman says, I'm grateful for the following: to stay connected with an ex-colleague who have guided and helped me a lot when I'm a newbie at work many years ago. To have a friend, come sister that I knew in an experiential training 13 years ago who is still closely connected with me. To realize that it is a true blessing to have found Dharma and a genuine spiritual teacher as my life compass. Great. Cochran says, very grateful for Puja team in KFR who did 7 days of continuous puja for my late father. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Cochran. Melissa, hi, morning. Yiman, question on empathy. What are the methods to acquire or improve our empathy towards others? Sometimes we may not even know that someone is going through some problems, usually emotion, which if we do, we would like to help them. The most worrying is when someone we know or care about is actually going through some emotional turmoil, but it was not visible to us because they are covering it up, and when we realize it, it may be too late. Very quickly, because I need to wrap up, Yiman, with regards to empathy, what are the methods to acquire or improve on empathy? Well, that is why when you join my session on my explanation on how the mind works, when we start to understand how the mind works, and we apply it to ourselves, and we dissect it, and we assess our mind based on what we have learned, you will start to understand the mind more. And when we start to understand how the human mind works and we apply it to ourselves, we will realize that other people go through very, very similar issues as us. And because of that, we start to empathize. We start to empathize and go, oh, okay. Some people, we may say, oh, you're so irritating, you have an agenda, you're so nasty, you can't control your mouth, you have very negative emotions, you're so selfish, it's always about you. Now that you understand how some people are so focused on fear and on their insecurity, just like how we are also focused on our fear and insecurity. But of course, we can say, well, we're not so insecure, we're not so nasty and all that. But you see, insecurity and fears are all the same. It's just a matter of to what level. Some are more severe, some of us are less. But selfishness is selfishness, insecurity is insecurity, fear is fear. Yeah? So when we understand that more, and when we watch our fears, and when we watch our insecurity, and we realize much later that it was all because of, remember my conversation, false experiences. Okay? And because of those false experiences, we have the false perception. Okay? And because of the false perception, we latch on, we actually attach our emotion to it, and we react. Okay? And again, fear arises because why? We want to protect mental suffering, and we want to protect physical suffering. That's why there's a fear factor that comes up. And throughout our years, we've been operating like that. And it becomes so automatic. That's why a lot of people would rather hurt you and do things to benefit them, to protect themselves at your expense. They somehow have what do you call it, trained themselves or conditioned themselves to operate like that. Okay? No right, no wrong. It's just that there are consequences, as we all know, when we do things out of selfishness. They are actually suffering more because why? They're always living in fear and insecurity. And to protect themselves, they have to do this and they lash out because why? That is their comfort zone. Because that's their world. Their world, it's about suffering. It's about torturing themselves mentally. So that's why if that's their comfort zone, then it's natural for them, or it is familiar to them, not natural, it is familiar for them to operate in that way. Because that's all they know, that's all they're familiar with. So because we understand that psychology behind it, we start to empathize. Why? They are suffering more inside. That's why they manifest the suffering by how they treat others. Because that's what they're familiar with. So these are signs, S-I-G-N-S. These are clear signs that a person is very, very unhappy. Just like when there are people who are always going out on the go, doing this, non-stop, traveling, eating, shopping, just about self-gratification, non-stop. When we understand the human mind better, you take a step back and you go, my goodness, this person is so desperate to find the inner peace and joy in them that they're just going out all the way. They call it their hobbies, whatever they call it is just a distraction. Because why? Because they're so desperate in wanting to find something to fill that void in them. To fill that void in them that they're experiencing, and they need all this to feed it and to fill it, and it's not enough. So it's a sign of desperation that they're going for this. Okay? It's not a judgment. I'm just sharing with you how the human psychology works, how the mind works. Okay? So if some of us, and all of us are guilty of this, all of us are. But now that I have actually explained it to you more blatantly, you take a step back and you watch. Okay? Watch yourself and watch. Why is it that you have all these hobbies, quote unquote hobbies, and all of these activities? Take a step back, and especially during this lockdown, when you stop yourself from all this, what happens? These are clear signs of your mind telling you that there's a void inside of us, and we are desperately seeking for things to fill it. Okay? So all these distractions, will never be able to fill it. The only way to fill that void is to cut all these distractions. Wean yourself. I'm not saying that you should never eat your favorite food or never travel. No, I'm just saying train the mind to not be so attached to a point that you're addicted. You know how some people must travel, or some people must eat a certain thing, or some people must drink alcohol, or whatever it is that you must do. If you feel that you must do that thing, otherwise you will feel totally, unsettled. That is a sign of the strong attachment, and to a certain degree, we are addicted to it without even realizing. Okay, so remember my conversation many weeks ago about how we're so addicted to it. Yeah, that is what happens. Okay, so once we have weaned off that addiction, whereby when we do that activity, it's great, you cherish it. If you don't have it, your mind is just as calm and just as peace. That's very important. Once you have reached that level, you can do whatever you want because it does not stir that equilibrium and that calmness and peace in your mind. It doesn't, because these are all external factors already. Okay? So, but you see, the process of getting there is what this meditation is about. And many other things. You can do yoga, anything to calm the mind. Because the key to the inner peace and the fulfillment is to tap into the natural state of our mind. And what is that? The selflessness in us. Once we reconnect back to the selflessness in us, you can do whatever you want. Outwardly, you may be distracted with all this, what we call selfish activities, or whatever activities that you do, but it does not, you're not doing to fulfill that or to fill that void in you. You're doing it now with more purpose, and because you are operating from a state of mind that is naturally selfless, that activity that you do will end up being or having an intention of helping others. So your whatever activities that you're doing will no longer be about fulfilling that void, but will be for helping others. And that itself becomes more fulfilling, and you'll feel more at peace, and you feel happy and at bliss. That is natural. You don't even have to fake it. For some people, you may find it very difficult because why? Because you have been going through life decades of operating from a self-serving mind. You have conditioned yourself, and it's become so hardened that you find it so difficult to not be self-serving. It's okay. Take baby steps. Take baby steps. Okay? I really have to wrap up. We have run out of time. I will continue with answering your questions, Iman, next weekend. Okay? Our next session is on next Saturday and Sunday. So again, do tune in, and I will answer all your questions there. So thank you very much. I'm sorry, there are a lot of you that have written and shared. I'm not able to read them today because we've run out of time, but we'll continue the singing bowl meditation next Saturday, Sunday. So if you do have friends who you know would like the singing bowl meditation, do ask them to join, because they don't have to sit for 30 minutes, so it's not as difficult, and it's actually very, it's a very nice experience. Okay, and for those of you who like to understand more of how the human mind works, we do have our pastors who give a Buddhist discourse on the Buddhist philosophy on how the human mind works, and you can actually explore that more. Okay, so do look out for our other programs that we have on a daily basis. So take care, have a good Sunday, and I'll see you next weekend.